Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome back if you're a returning viewer, and welcome if you're new. My name is Karina, and I am a nurse situated here in Calgary. And to give you a little kind of backstory, my husband and I have moved from Toronto to Calgary this day, actually 4 years ago. It's so mind-blowing. That's crazy. Time flies. But so many things have changed, and so many things are coming out right now. Like this article right here, coming out like saying that Calgary is the most expensive city now to live in Canada at the moment. And it even surpasses Toronto and Vancouver. Mind-blowing, because honestly, among many other reasons, one of the most prominent reason of us moving from Toronto to Calgary was actually a lower cost of living here in Calgary and a possibility of owning a home. A home. That was not a possibility in Toronto for us at the time. So for us, we went on a very deep dive on Reddit, on YouTube, and seeing people's experiences here in Calgary before we moved. And yes, everyone kept saying, the cost of living is so low here. It's so manageable. It's manageable to live a certain lifestyle here in Calgary as compared to Toronto, and still be able to save for a down payment to be able to own a home. So we were like, you know what? Okay, sold. Bonuses of that were, of course, nature. I mean, mountains, Banff, Jasper, all the beautiful lakes, being in such a close proximity to Vancouver and to BC. And also the fact that we were not hit with like a 13% tax every time we go to the grocery store. So 4 years ago, my husband and I packed our U-Haul while still working shift work, and we shipped it over here to Calgary. We did not know anyone here in Calgary, so we weren't able to personally share an experience with someone, and we didn't have a place to live. We didn't have a job. I can tell you a little bit more about our experience if you would like to know that, but I don't think it's going to be too lengthy for this video. The whole purpose of this video is to talk about this article that just came out saying that basic needs now costs more in Calgary than in any major city in Canada. Is Calgary really that expensive to live in? So I'm going to give you a little bit of a realistic, raw breakdown of our monthly expenses here in Calgary, being first-time homeowners and first-time parents as well. So yeah, if it's something that you're interested in, then please keep watching. I am going to break everything down on a whiteboard. Let's get to it. All right, so I broke it down kind of to our mortgage, property tax, water and garbage, power and gas, home insurance, car payment, car insurance, our groceries, takeout, internet, daycare, any pets expenses, streaming services, and our phone bills as well. So let's start with the mortgage. Our monthly mortgage is about $2,281. And that is with the fact that we were able to, first of all, secure a really good mortgage rate. So we were able to secure 1.69, and that was back in 2021 when mortgage rates were actually reasonable. So that's why right now, I would say you're looking at about, for the size of our home and the community that we live in, you're probably looking at anywhere around $3,000 to $4,000. And our property tax, it has been fluctuating between $150 to $450, but currently our property tax is about $405. Our water and garbage comes up to about $120 monthly. Our power and gas, currently, because of our milder winter here in Calgary, we're actually not heating our home as much at this time. So this is end of December, we're nearing Christmas, and we have not yet hit a -20 weather. This is very unusual for Calgary. By this time, we would already be in the -30s, and we would be looking at a very high power and gas bill. But thankfully, we did have a milder winter so far, so we didn't have to heat up our house as much. So our power and gas fluctuates. So I would say it fluctuates since it is milder. We currently have been getting, even with the increase in our power bill, we have been paying roughly $350, like in that range. But when it does get colder, we do see quite a bit of increase to around $450. But I know it's going to be going up next year again. So not looking forward to that. For power and gas, this month we paid $356. $356. Our home insurance has also been fluctuating. It has increased recently from $79 to $99 at this time. So $99. Our car payment, we do have 2 cars and we have 2 car insurances. So keep that in mind. Our car payment is, for both cars, is $807. And then our car insurance currently for 2 drivers, $390. Our groceries have increased quite significantly. Keep in mind, we're a family of 3. We do buy groceries, like we're mindful with where we get and how much we spend on our groceries, but it has definitely increased this year from like roughly it was about $900 to now about $1,200 to $1,300. But this month we have spent roughly $1,200 on our groceries. So for takeout, we do take out about once a week. So we roughly spend about $220 for 2 people on takeout, but that usually lasts us either for a lunch next day or another dinner next day. So about $220. Then our internet costs us roughly about $90 a month. And we got a bundle, so that includes our streaming services, which is Disney Plus. And another streaming service that we do use and that I have put over here as well as $17.30 is actually for Netflix. So we currently only have 2 streaming services that we use, which is Disney Plus and Netflix. And Netflix is the one that we pay kind of additional for. Okay, so daycare costs us roughly $1,200 a month. I know comparing to Toronto, it's about $2,000 a month. I am sure it has increased significantly at this time, but when we were leaving Toronto 4 years ago, it was roughly $2,000. Daycare here has increased as well. So we were paying before $900. It has increased by $300 for this year. Keep in mind as well that we're currently use subsidy because it looks at our budget from previous year, and previous year I was on mat leave. So this is our last month of receiving subsidy, and the next year we are gonna do the full payment, and our subsidy is about $600 to $800, so it is roughly gonna cost $2,000. For our pets, our fur babies, we currently spend about $250 on their food, and we primarily shop at PetSmart for them. We also try, so whenever we're doing our grocery shopping, we do pick up like kind of like a full rotisserie chicken, and we give that as like a snack for our cats because that's something that they like. I mean, obviously your pets like different things, but that's roughly like how much we spend in PetSmart every month. The one thing is obviously our groceries have gone up and our pets' groceries have gone up as well. In terms of vet appointments, last year we had to bring one of our fur babies for a surgery, for a dental surgery, and that cost roughly $3,000. The initial appointment cost us about $85, and that was just an annual checkup. We bring our fur babies yearly for a checkup, and then, like I mentioned, as necessary for the rest of the appointments. For our phones, we have not changed our phone numbers, our phone company, anything since we moved to Calgary. So our phone has remained the same. It is at $60 currently for 2 phones, and we have a really good plan. Hence why we didn't have the need to change the phone company. So let's count this all together and see what our total is. So we're looking at $7,389.30. Our monthly expenses here in Calgary, just to maintain our home and our family of 3, has come up to $7,389.30. Wow. That's a lot more than I thought it would be, but yeah. So, I mean, things can fluctuate, like the car payments, the car insurance, property tax, your bills can fluctuate. So yeah, these are all of our bills here in Calgary. Very realistic month-to-month expenses. So the one thing that I did want to add is a cost of beauty maintenance. Doing your nails cost roughly, I would say, similar to Toronto. I wouldn't say that there's like a huge increase. I did shop around for quite a bit of time until I found my salon and where I felt comfortable and the person that I could trust with my nails. To do my manicure, it cost around $75. That's already with tax, plus, whatever amount that you would like to tip them. And then for my pedicure, costs roughly $90. The tax is already included, and obviously you tip as much as you want. As you can calculate from me saying, it roughly comes up to about $200 or $180 to $200, depending on what the tip is. Then to do my hair, to give you a sense of a cost that you might be looking at, like a hair like mine, which is fairly long. I've cut my hair roughly 3 times here in Calgary in the span of 4 years that we've lived in here. I know. I cut 2 times by myself. So, so there's that. If you have hair like mine, which are kind of close to your waist, I would say it roughly costs anywhere between $100 to $150 to cut it. You can find it cheaper. Of course, that has been my experience. So like the 3 places that I've been to have all been $100 or above, because ladies, you know how it is. You come to the salon, there's a set price, but once they see your hair, it's kind of like, oh, it's so long, it's so thick, so we're going to charge you a little bit more. For me to cut my hair has cost me roughly $160. So I would say budget anywhere between $100 to $160 if you have long hair and you would like to cut it in the salon. In terms of dyeing my hair, I would say that Calgary has been more expensive. I have gone through from dark brown to dyeing my hair blonde, and it cost me roughly $200 to $250, I would say. And here in Calgary, I did go through again dyeing my hair from dark brown to now this balayage, and this balayage cost me $380 to about $400. So yeah, it's quite more expensive, but this has been my experience. I'm not sure if anybody else out there has a different experience or a different pricing. Like, I would love to hear, how much does it cost? Like, how big is your family? First of all, how much does it cost for you to cover your basic needs on a month-to-month basis? And do you think this number is high that we're spending on our monthly expenses? And what are yours like? So do let me know. I would love to hear from you. And on that note, I will end this video. And if you do have any questions, or if there's anything that you would like to know, do let me know if you do have any questions. I know we're all struggling. I know this inflation has got us all struggling and got us in this kind of unknown space. And all of our bills are high, but like, how is everyone else living? Like, I just want to hear you guys' thoughts. Because this is wild. This is wild. And I do want to let you know that I'm not just saying like, oh yeah, 7,000, that does come easy for us. No, it is not. It is not. And we are thinking a lot of things currently. Yeah, I want to hear your guys' thoughts. So on that note, I am going to end this video. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, an amazing rest of your week, and you are going with the light spirit into this Christmas and into our upcoming holidays or New Year. And I wish you guys all the best. Stay safe out there. Stay blessed. Be positive. And I hope that everything that you wish for is going to come true. Take care. Bye.